Today I want to talk about one of the most important parts of your wedding day. The timeline. Not the flowers, not the dress, not the venue, the timeline. Because even if everything looks beautiful, the day can feel stressful if the timeline is too tight. And most couples underestimate how much time things really take. They look at the GPS and say, it is only 10 minutes away. But they forget the walk to the car, the dress, the veil, the limo, parking, getting everyone inside, and the photo and video team carrying equipment. They think getting into the dress takes 5 minutes. But sometimes the dress is not sitting correctly, the bustle is confusing, the veil will not stay, or someone needs to sew or pin something. Suddenly, 5 minutes becomes 30 minutes. They think a first look takes 1 minute. The actual first look maybe takes 1 minute. But before that, we need to find a good location, place the groom, hide the bride, fix the dress, fix the veil, wait for everyone to move away, and then we still need portraits after it. So today, I will explain how to build a wedding timeline that actually works. This is the kind of timeline that gives you beautiful photos and video, but also lets you enjoy your day. Let's start with the main rule. Do not build your timeline only around the ceremony time. Build it around 3 things: ceremony time, travel time, and photo video time. And when you add travel time, do not add only the GPS time. If the GPS says 10 minutes, add at least 10 more minutes. If the GPS says 20 minutes, add a buffer. On a wedding day, people move slower. Dresses are heavy, shoes are uncomfortable, someone is missing, someone forgot flowers, someone went to the restroom. The limo is not exactly at the door. The photographer needs to take equipment. The videographer may need a different car because we have tripods, lights, audio equipment, and bags. So the first secret is simple: add buffer time everywhere. Now let's talk about getting ready. For the brides getting ready, I recommend a minimum of 1 hour with the photo and video team, but in many weddings, 1 hour is not enough. If you want detailed photos, robe photos, champagne toast, makeup finishing shots, zipping up the dress, jewelry, veil, shoes, bridal portraits, and maybe a first look with dad or bridesmaids, then you need closer to 1.5 to 2 hours. The photographer and videographer should usually arrive around 15 to 30 minutes before the bride is completely finished with hair and makeup. We do not need to film the full makeup from the beginning, we just need the final touches. Lipstick, lashes, powder, the bride looking in the mirror, those beautiful moments. Before we arrive, please prepare all the details in one place. The dress, shoes, rings, jewelry, perfume, invitation suite, vow books, bouquet, garter, special hanger, slippers, and any personal details you want photographed. Also, please prepare a clean corner near good window light. The getting ready room does not need to be perfect, but it needs to be clean enough that we do not lose time moving bags, water bottles, food, boxes, and random clothes. I always say this with love: you do not want your photographer to become the room cleaner on your wedding day. We are there to capture the story, not to spend 20 minutes cleaning the background. Another important detail: the mother of the bride and bridesmaids should be dressed before the bride gets into the dress. If we are filming the zipping up moment and mommy is still in pajamas, we have to wait. And that waiting time usually comes from the portrait time later. This is one of the most common delays. The bride is ready, the dress is ready, the light is beautiful, and then we realize that the person helping with the dress is not dressed yet. Now we wait, then we rush, then the first look is late, then the ceremony setup is rushed. That is why every person who is part of a photo moment needs to be ready before that moment begins. Also, if your dress has a long train or a long veil, add time. Long trains and veils are beautiful, but they need setup. We need to spread the train, fix the veil, move it again, fix it again, and make sure it looks good in photo and video. It is not just stand here and smile. The dress is part of the photo. Now let's talk about extra first looks. A first look with dad, mom, siblings, bridesmaids, or brothers is beautiful, but each one needs time. I recommend adding at least 10 minutes for each extra first look. Not because the reaction itself takes 10 minutes, but because we need to find the person, place them, bring the bride, fix the dress, fix the hair, capture the reaction, and then get a few photos after. If you have 3 extra first looks, that is not 3 minutes. That can easily be 30 minutes. Now let's talk about the grooms getting ready. Groom prep is usually faster, but it still needs planning. I recommend at least 40 minutes, and 1 hour is better if we are also doing groomsmen, parents, boutonniere, and portraits. Before the photographer or videographer arrives, the groom should already be showered, Pants should be on, shirt can be on or ready to put on. The room should be clean enough to film. The tie, shoes, belt, cufflinks, watch, cologne, jacket, boutonniere and details should be ready. The best man or father of the groom should also be ready because we often photograph them helping with the tie, jacket, cufflinks or boutonniere. If the mother of the groom will pin the boutonniere, she needs to be dressed and ready too. If the groom is alone, 30 to 40 minutes may work. If we have groomsmen and we need to go outside because the hotel room is small, add another 15 minutes. If we also need parent photos, siblings and group photos, plan closer to 1 hour. This is one reason I recommend 2 photographers or 2 photo-video team members when bride and groom are getting ready in different locations. One person can stay with the bride and one person can cover the groom. It saves time and captures both sides of the story. Now, first look. A first look is not just a quick moment. I recommend at least 20 minutes. The actual reveal may be 30 seconds, but the preparation takes time. We need to choose the location, place the groom, make sure the background is clean, check the light, hide the bride, fix the dress, and then capture the moment without rushing. After the first look, we usually take a few bride and groom portraits while the emotion is fresh. If you want private vows, after the first look, add another 15 to 20 minutes. So a first look with vows should be closer to 30 or 40 minutes, not just 10. My recommendation is this. If you are doing a first look, do as many photos as possible before the ceremony. Couple portraits, bridal party portraits, and immediate family photos can all happen before the ceremony if everyone is ready. Then after the ceremony, you can do only extended family photos or a few just married portraits, and then you can enjoy cocktail hour. For bride and groom portraits, if everything is in the same location, give us at least 20 minutes. More is always better, especially if you want both photo and video. For bridal party photos, plan at least 20 to 30 minutes. For family photos, plan at least 30 minutes for close family. If you have a large family, many combinations, divorced parents, grandparents, extended family, or more than 50 people, plan more than 30 minutes, and please prepare a family photo list before the wedding. Not just family photos. We need specific combinations: bride and groom with bride's parents, bride and groom with groom's parents, both families, grandparents, siblings, any special groups. Also, assign one person from each family who knows everyone. This person helps call names and keeps people from disappearing to cocktail hour. Family photos are not slow because of the camera. They are slow because people are missing. Uncle is at the bar. Grandma is sitting in another room. One sibling went to the restroom. Someone does not know where to stand. A list and a family helper can save a lot of time. Now let's talk about the ceremony. Before the ceremony, the bride usually needs to hide about 30 minutes before the ceremony starts, especially if guests are arriving in the same area. Guests always arrive early, someone will walk around, someone will try to peek, so if you want to stay hidden, we need to finish pre-ceremony photos early enough. The photo and video team also need setup time before the ceremony. For video, we need to set tripods, cameras, audio recorders, microphones, maybe a microphone for the officiant or groom, and check angles. For photo, we may need to photograph the ceremony space, flowers, chairs, programs, altar, and wide shots before guests fill the space. Please give us at least 20 minutes before the ceremony to prepare. 30 minutes is better, especially for video. If we are coming from a photo location and arrive 5 minutes before the ceremony, that is not enough. We cannot safely set audio, cameras, and ceremony coverage in 5 minutes. If your ceremony is at the same venue, the timing is easier. If it is at a church or a different location, add travel time and buffer. Church ceremonies are often longer than venue ceremonies. A short ceremony may be 10 to 20 minutes. Many regular ceremonies are around 30 minutes. A church ceremony can be 1 hour or even longer. Ask your officiant or church exactly how long the ceremony will be. After the ceremony, decide what photos still need to happen. If you did a first look, the after-ceremony plan can be simple. Extended family photos, a few just married portraits, and then cocktail hour. If you did not do a first look, then after the ceremony, we need to photograph everything. Family photos, bridal party photos, and bride and groom portraits. That can easily take 1 hour or more without travel. If we also need to drive to a photo location, add the drive time, walking time, parking time, dress time, and equipment time. This is why I often recommend a first look, not because every couple must do it, but because it gives the day more breathing room. It lets you take the biggest photos before the ceremony, and after the ceremony, you can enjoy more of your guests. Now, cocktail hour. Cocktail hour is usually 1 hour, but couples often think they will spend the full hour with guests. In reality, if we still have family photos, couple photos, or reception room photos, you may not be there for the full hour. My recommendation is to plan at least 30 minutes for you to relax, refresh, or enjoy your cocktail hour. Maybe you want private time in a room. Maybe you want to talk with family. Maybe you want to enjoy the food you paid for. That time needs to be protected in the timeline. During cocktail hour, the photo and video team can capture guests, candid moments, decor, drinks, place cards, seating chart, and the reception room before people put purses and jackets on chairs. If you want clean reception room photos with no guests, the room needs to be ready before guests enter. Now the reception. Before introductions, we need setup time too. If photo and video are coming from a portrait location and the reception introduction starts at 6, arriving at 5:55 is a problem. We need to set cameras, lights, audio, tripods, and check where the couple will enter. Please build in at least 15 to 20 minutes before major reception events. For reception flow, a simple plan works best. Introductions, maybe first dance, dinner, speeches, parent dances, cake cutting, open dance floor. Some couples do cake cutting right after introductions, some after dinner. Both can work. For speeches, I usually recommend doing them after guests have had time to eat. If someone is speaking while everyone is eating their first course, it does not always look great in photo and video. People are chewing, servers are moving, guests are looking down. If speeches happen after the meal or near the end of dinner, guests are seated, more comfortable, and more focused on the speaker. After speeches, you can do the first dance and parent dances, or if you already did the first dance after introductions, you can go straight into parent dances and open dancing. Formal dances usually take around 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how many you have. Also, do not forget sunset or night portraits. Check the sunset time for your wedding date and location. Sunset portraits usually need 10 to 20 minutes. If sunset happens during speeches, dinner, or introductions, you need to plan around that ahead of time. The sun will not wait for us. Sparkler exits are another timeline item couples forget. A real exit at the end of the night is beautiful, but it may require photo and video coverage until the very end. Another option is a fake exit. After the first dance and some party dancing, you gather the bridal party and a small group of guests outside, do a sparkler exit for 10 to 15 minutes, take the photos and video, and then go back to the party. This gives you the look of an exit without paying the team to stay until the last minute of the night. So here is the simple formula for a wedding timeline that works. Bride getting ready, 1.5 to 2 hours if you want details, robes, champagne, dress, portraits, and extra first looks. Groom getting ready, 40 minutes to 1 hour. First look, 20 minutes. Add 15 to 20 more minutes for private vows. Couple portraits, at least 20 minutes. More if you want variety and video. Bridal party, 20 to 30 minutes. Family photos, 30 minutes for close family, more for large families or many combinations. Ceremony setup for photo and video, at least 20 minutes, 30 is better. Travel, GPS, time plus extra buffer for walking, parking, dress, limo, and equipment. Reception setup before introductions and speeches, at least 15 to 20 minutes. Sunset or night photos, 10 to 20 minutes. Sparkler exit or fake exit, 10 to 15 minutes. And the biggest advice, always ask your photo and video team before finalizing the timeline. We know how much time we need based on your location, your family size, your ceremony, your dress, your travel, and your priorities. Every wedding is different. Some couples do a first look, some couples wait until the ceremony, some have everything at one venue. Some travel from hotel to church to photo location to reception. There is no perfect universal timeline, but there is one thing every good timeline has: enough space to breathe, because on a wedding day, something will always take longer. Hair and makeup may run late, the dress may need fixing, the veil may not stay, someone may not be dressed. A family member may disappear, the limo may take longer, the church ceremony may run longer, the room may need cleaning, the photographer may need more setup time, the videographer may need to mic the officiant. A good timeline protects you from those moments, and when the timeline works, you feel the difference. You are not rushing, you are not stressed, you are not losing your cocktail hour, you're not arriving at the reception 5 minutes before introductions. You have time for beautiful photos, natural video, family moments, and real emotions. So when you build your wedding timeline, do not ask, what is the minimum time we can do this in? Ask, how much time do we need to enjoy this and not rush? That is how you build a wedding timeline that actually works. If you have questions about your timeline, send it to us. We can review it, help adjust the timing, and make sure your wedding day gives you enough time for the photos, the video, the people, and the moments that matter.